Hi subscribers, welcome back to our next video. Okay, so I had to warm up with the first one. Now we're going in. Okay, we're going to jump right in on these dusty, crusty narcissists. Okay, the narcissist will try to seem normal as possible when they are pressing you to your limits because they know that they're narcissists and they are trying to love bomb you and you're taking forever to give in. They'll do certain things to try to make up for this. Like saying, I'm not going to hit you up as much. Or I'm not going to call you as much. I'm going to stop calling you so much. The reason why they do this, ladies and gentlemen, because they realize that they're getting ahead of themselves. See, what happened is the narcissist is like a raging bull. And it's ready for you to let it out the pen so it can get the charging into everyone. But what happens is you still have to let it out the pen. And this raging bull is trying to disguise itself as a cow. So it's like, wait, aren't bulls called cows? Okay, it's trying to disguise itself as a friendly horse, okay? So, but you have not opened the pen for it to get out. So instead, it's trying so hard to remain, oh, it's so cool, calm, and collect. You know, it's just laying down, it's getting up, it's grooming itself, it's eating a little bit here and there. But as soon as you let that pen open, it's going to fly out of the pen, charging, ready to charge into whoever it can and destroy anything it can. This is what narcissists do, ladies and gentlemen. They already know that they're treacherous and toxic. So instead of just bringing on the full-on manipulation, it's like they be want to bring it on, but they can't bring it on because you haven't let them in yet. So you'll catch them doing certain things like first they'll start off, calling you a little bit. Then they'll just call you, text you. And you're like, well, they don't want you to draw up your radar. They don't want your radar to kick on. They don't want it to appear as a red flag. So what they'll do is when they think that they've gotten too far ahead of themselves and it's obvious that you've got to notice that something's off, even though you haven't told them that something's off or indicated to them, then that's when they'll say certain things like, and I'm just not going to call you. They be done called you 55 times. I ain't finna text you as much. Be done text you 126 times. All right, well, we ain't got to go out next week because it's been every single hour they're trying to be up around you. So they have to back off because it's like, oh shit, they're going to draw a red flag and they're going to abort the mission. And that's the worst thing that a narcissist want to face or want to have happen because they want you hooked. They want to they want to be in your world. They want to literally form a bond with you, but you're not letting them form that bond because you just living your life. And it's like they're pressing issue, and you're like, this something. A normal, healthy person. See, the narcissist is always trying to time how healthy people would think. This right here is a key indicator that narcissists are aware that they're narcissists and they know what they're doing to healthy individuals. Then they'll see that, okay, damn, I might be acting over the top. I might be calling too much. So the narcissist all of a sudden will be like, yeah, you don't never pick up the phone. I'm just not going to call you as much. Or you don't never text back. I'm just not going to text you as much. But they be done text you over 900 times compared to the 2 times that you've responded to them. Ladies and gentlemen, these be obvious red flags. And it's always the narcissist that's trying to, well, let me back up. Oh, I want to destroy you. But then as soon as you turn around, it's like, oh, shoot, let me back up. As soon as you turn your back, it's, oh, I want to destroy you so bad. But they don't have no key in because you guys haven't made it official yet. You haven't said, this is my best friend. You haven't said, this is my lover. This is the person I want to be with. You haven't said, you know what? We're going to marry each other. But if you're in a relationship with a narcissist and the narcissist have you hooked if you're in a relationship with them, and you've been in there for a few months, but you can break that addiction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it literally becomes an addiction. You can break that addiction and you can exit stage left, but you have to hurry up and do it. Because see, what happens is when you're in a relationship with a narcissist and they've been with you for a long time of months, what they do is then they get really, really comfortable and they feel like, okay, the first thing that comes to a narcissist's mind is unlimited supply forever. This person's doing everything I want them to do. No matter how much I abuse them, they're not leaving me. Okay, so maybe this is my time to get narcissistic supply forever. So what the ladies will try to do is have a baby on you, man. It usually mess up. They'll try to have a baby on you. What a lot of them will do, ladies and gentlemen, they'll try to marry you. They want to, okay, you've been hanging in there. You've been doing everything I want you to do. You're not changing. You're not switching up your ways. You are a limited supply. And that's what the narcissists ultimately want to do, because they're tired of their own vicious cycle. They're tired of going to search for a new person over and over and over. And then it goes sour. And then it's over and over. See, you might not believe it, but when you enter an abusive cycle with a narcissist, even though the narcissist might discard you, devalue you, and do all this, they are hurting their ass off. Why? They're hurting because they don't have no supply anymore. You're going up the road. This is the reason why they try to hurt you so bad on the way out the door. A lot of times, they feel like the other door is open, and ladies and gentlemen, they run right into a wall. This is when you'll catch narcissists just sleeping with everybody. But once they feel like they got that one particular person in their grasp, then they're going to really discard and devalue and discard you. And then they're going to move on with the next person, making everything seem like everything's this and everything's that. You guys could be going through it's going to be turbulent, but ending of the relationship, right? And while you have all the fights, the fist fights, the verbal fights, the emotional abuse, do you know that the narcissist is going to their new supply as if nothing is going on in their life and everything's perfect? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I was thinking about you too, baby. Yeah, and you would never, because they don't want the new supply to know about you. See, if the new supply knows about you, the new supply gonna run to the goddamn hills. So they always make sure that they keep space between those two people. They make sure they keep space. But the thing about it is, the narcissist, when they're in that relationship, it's like what they do is, when they're in an abusive relationship, it's like they hate the fact that they have to go search for a new supply when you don't want them anymore. Or they don't want you anymore. They always want you, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why they won't have you is because you might not be taking the abuse anymore. You could have gotten bored with them, tired of the relationship, or they've damaged you so much to the point where, and mentally, ladies and gentlemen, to the point where they know that you're not going to do anything but exit. You see what I'm saying? See, as long as you allow the narcissist to abuse you, as long as the narcissist is going to stay there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now, this is another thing that you guys didn't know. Just because, like I told you, as long as you allow the narcissist to abuse you, is as long as the narcissist is going to stay there. Okay? So just because, now let's just say like, okay, bam, you're allowing them to abuse you, but they found another supplier, okay, that have more than you, that's going to supply them with more. This is what they'll do, ladies and gentlemen. They still going to keep you there, and they're not going to devalue and discard you. You still going to go through the abusive cycle, but they're going to be with that other person as well. They want to have their cake and ice cream and eat it too. And they feel like, well, what is the point of getting rid of old supply if it's still giving and everything? They're going to keep you on the leash and the other person on the leash. But when you start saying, oh, hell no, you feel like something's off and you're like, you ready to move on to the next level, then they will go to the devalue and discard with you and move straight on, full on with that new supply, in the hopes that everything will happen and go right. But the thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, it hurts them so bad that they have to do that, because they have to learn a person all over again. Everything that you were doing for them, they hope that the new person do that. That is such a job. It's so much stress on your body. This is the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, when you see the narcissists after years, they be looking so broke down and tore up, eyes all sunk in. You could tell they done went through hell and back, ladies and gentlemen, because they've been going through the abusive cycle over and over and over and new supply, old supply, new supply, old supply, new supply, old supply. And every narcissist hate this. So ultimately, their goal is to have a supply that will last forever. That's why they watch every single thing you do. And they watch how long this relationship lasts. Because you done been with the narcissist for 3 years. They're like, okay, it's time to put a ring on it. I got somebody that's going to deal with my bullshit. They're going to allow me to emotionally abuse them as well as physical abuse. They're going to allow me to sexually abuse them. And they're going to continue to supply me with everything I need. I want them forever. This is a constant supply. And that's when the narcissist pops the question. Will you marry me? And be right at the altar. For some of you, those of you that have accepted it, with their fingers crossed like this behind their back, and be thinking in their head, oh, you're so dumb. Let me tell you something. But they're going to play their parts because both y'all family members watching. Let me tell y'all something. I seen one video where this narcissist was at the altar. And when the narcissist got to say their part on, because they were, get married, and they got to say their part on, how much they love the person, this, and that. You know how the marriage couple exchanged that and stuff like that. They were reading. Let me tell you something. Everything was so subliminal. I was thinking in my head, run, Supply, run. You are with the monster. But the Supply, it was just, they couldn't even see it. And they were just like, I love you too, baby. I love you. And they became Constant Supply forever. Forever the narcissist prisoner, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys in more videos. Okay, we got a lot to talk about. So make sure you guys click on the next video after this one. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.